Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the core of the just ended in the convention that took place in Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Virginia. Here with us, I want to present to you. Let me start with the president of NCADAA USA. Can you present yourself to Ngi people right now, Mr. President?
Okay.
The president has a network issue.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ernest Wan, the president of NCADAA USA. I'm happy to be on this platform, and we are excited to discuss about issues that concern GI and what we in the United States were doing to make sure that we support the development of GI. So, in subsequently in this podcast, we'll be giving you more on what we plan to do and the direction we're heading to. So stay tuned, and thank you again, Mr. Omekai, for organizing this show for us.
All right. Closely followed is the financial secretary. The secretary general will be joining us momentarily, but let me go to the financial secretary of NCADAA USA.
Thank you very much, Mr. Omeka Jackson, for having us live. My name is Maxwell Azobi. I am the Financial Secretary of NCADAA USA and as well the President of the NGI meeting in DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, young and energetic young man. And we go to the mother of the house, the only princess amongst us. Over to you, Maviji.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mekai, for this opportunity that you have given me or given us, the executive of NCADAA, to come and say something about what we are trying to bring up or to build our broken world. My names are Bonanja Etengio, Virginia. I am from the powerhouse. See that everything in that house goes well. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So we shall be waiting for the Secretary General to join us momentarily. But as of now, we are going to continue. And as I said, you guys feel free to express yourself in the dialogue. So let me just go ahead. We just left DC, and I'm going to give the opening word to the President General of NCADAA USA to tell us what are his impressions after we left the Washington DC, generally to let the people know what's going on.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jackson. We just left the DMV for the NGI convention, and we had an exciting convention here over there in DC. The energy over there was very high, and NGI people came in their numbers to unite so that we can continue developing NGI. Our focus this time during the convention was on health because we were planning to see into ways which we can improve the health facilities in GI. We understand that health is life. When you are in good health, there are a lot of things that you can do, and we understand that prior to now, GI people have been going through certain challenges health-wise. The hospitals had certain needs, which after talking to the people, we met to galvanize response and see how we can support the efforts that are already in those health centers. So overall, I would say it's successful, and I'm very optimistic that based on what we're able to realize, the people are going to start feeling the impact because we have set certain committees that we're working hard to make sure that we do some good work in these health facilities. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me ask this next question to the host president, who is Mr. Max Azobi. Being the host president and being able to receive the various cream of the persons that move into your locality, what are your impressions today after the convention?
Okay. My impression is the people who left DMV who came to support us for the convention and to give their donations, they are very, very happy because they felt at home. Before before the gala night of that convention, we had like a pre-convention that was hosted by one of our members, Mr. Ambomo Franklin, and he really showered us with everything. So in that pre-convention, we had conversations in the meeting about the convention itself and what we would be doing and like the projects that we want to handle. Like the president already mentioned that we will be handling, working with the health centers to make sure that the people in Ngi can have good health. And then we also talked about subsequent projects. And then the following day, we even had some sporting activities that we went to the soccer field. We went to the field and then we had soccer, ladies play soccer, men play soccer, and we had like a talk of war game. So it was a very, very fun activity, despite the fact that we were aiming to raise funds to support the health centers in Gi. And even after that, we had a post-convention. That in that post-convention, we had like evaluation, and everyone was overwhelmed with what we realized.
Okay, thank you. Let us just give this opportunity for the Secretary General to briefly introduce himself.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Omeka. My name's Agarikopo Asumba Abegesa. I'm the current Secretary General for NCADAA USA. It's my pleasure being here.
All right. So before you came in, we were just trying to take the temperature of how the feelings, how things went when as we moved to as we left as we were in DC and then we left the DC metro area. And as a Secretary General, I believe the pioneer Secretary General for this new era of NCADAA USA. What were your feelings after leaving DC, Maryland?
I feel extremely motivated. I think history was being made. And I think with the momentum we're driving into, NCADAA USA is going to take Ngi to the limelight in which each and every Ngi child is going to be proud about it.
Okay. So, Prince Manviji, what do you think after leaving Maryland? Same question.
It was a great achievement. Like the secretary just said, history has been made. All who made it there did not regret their time or their money they used, especially those who came out of state. Some drove there, some came by air, some came by land. So they did not regret because it was really, there was a great joy and motivation in the convention. Even you can see like the grandma stand there. It was out of excitement. They were not even ready. When they came there, then say, oh my God, this is a great occasion. Say something, we need to pass a message to the people out there. To me, it was a great success because when we started last year in Houston, it was like a joke.
Just hold your thoughts right there. We'll get to there. You're already going into some of the things that will come up. Yes. So now, I'm going to ask this from the current president of NCADAA. When you came in as the president of NCADAA USA, you came in last year. What were your motivations and what made you to think that you were going to take that enormous task to lead the people in the diaspora?
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Last year in Houston, I was elected the president of NCADAA USA. I've always been tilted to unite people, and I believe in the potentials that Ngi people had. I know for sure before that there was no NCADAA USA has been down for some time, But based on my experience in the past leading Ngi people, I know that there is nothing that the people cannot do if they really come together. And I believe that we could make it happen. Prior to that, uh, I've held different leadership positions in Ngi, try to bring Ngi people together. When I was in Boya, we had a scattering meeting, and when I took over as president, we were able to put the meeting together, and almost everybody that was in Boya as a student was attending the meeting. Were able to do a lot during that period. When I came here and learned about the CADO, the former CADO, and also learned that they had some issues, I know that the same energy that I've put in the past, I can make it happen. I, however, first of all, demonstrated it by the Houston meeting. It had some issues, and I came in as president. We're able to build it, and I believe it's one of the strongest meetings now in the United States. So my people in Houston were really confident, like in me. They believe in me. I know some people from outside could have had some doubts, but they knew that if they gave their confidence to me as their president, I should be able to work with the rest of the people to fix it. And that is just what I did. We're able to put work together with a very strong executive that was put in place, irrespective of many difficulties that we faced. And we had the first convention in Houston. We're unstoppable, even with the challenges. Some people believe that it was not going to be possible, but we just keep proving the point that we give people are really unstoppable if you really know exactly what to do and how to put them together. So that is how we've been able to navigate this as a group. And I must say thank you. My executive is really strong. I appreciate almost everybody inside. All of them have the same mindset. You know, once there is unity, I believe once people are united on a cause, they become unstoppable. And this young executive that you see, they had that energy to make sure that we do something for Ngi, and that is why we are seeing the results that we have on ground. But again, Mr. Omekai, before I run up with this point, we also leverage on the experience of the people who have led CADA before. We're able to talk to the past ESCOs in CADA, people who have been in different positions, and they told us their challenges. We learned from the challenges so that we do not repeat those challenges, as well as also took opportunities where they missed to make sure that we build CADA to what it is today. And you could see the energy in DNV. What we achieved is just a building that took place just about a year. So again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to my team.
Okay. So to the mother in the house, Maviji,
Yes, please.
how convenient were you able to blend with this young energy and work with them for a successful convention that we had in Maryland?
Well, like we say in our dialect, that the other hand washes the other hand. So we were all together whenever we have like a executive meeting to plan about the way forward. All of us will come on board. We will bring ideas. We will digest on them. And like this young executive, which I'm proud to be their mom, the oldest among them, they have listening ears. When you give them suggestion, they take. And they also have bright ideas, new ideas. They will bring them on the table. So we work together as a team and we realize what we realized at Maryland. Thank you.
I think I will agree with you on that because this young executive, they've been listening and they listen to advice. Not that they must take the advice, but they actually consult and listen and think it's a positive on your side. So let me go to the Secretary General before I come to East Coast President. Mr. Secretary General, what are some of the challenges that as a Secretary General you guys had prior to the Maryland Convention that you think were really troublesome to you? Okay, I think it's a little bit frozen there. I'll go to the host president. Mr. Maxwell, you're the host president of the people in the DMV area, and you are the financial secretary of NCADAA USA, and you have so much burden on your head. I saw how much you did in Maryland, and I appreciate you for that. But I'm going to ask you, the people listening to us or who watch this later on want to find out what keeps you going with all the challenges that you have, and if there were, what were those difficulties you had to put this thing together?
Okay, first of all, like when I was selected a president of the okay. Can
Okay,
you
go ahead. Secretary General, your network is not stable, so let's allow the East Coast president to go. Then I'll come back to you.
okay? Like I was saying, first of all, when I was selected as a president, I had that fear in me that being a very young person who will be leading a group of parents, who will be leading some parents and some elder brothers and sisters in the house. So it was very tough for me. I had a fear, but when I started working, I realized that it was something very easy because I had to work with some of them very closely. Like each time I had challenges and difficulties, I reached out to my advisors, and I even reached out to the chief of the Ngi people in America, who have really assisted me in every way. So now, getting to that point of the convention, it was still the same challenge that I had as a young person, but because of the passion that I have for Ngi. So I was like, I can't let this go. So I kept on fighting, and I was working very hard with all my advisors and some of my executive members also. And I know that one thing that really made it smooth was because we had two different committees that were set. We had a planning committee that was set, and then we had a fundraising committee that was set. So with those two committees, they really assisted me a lot. They assisted in making the convention a success a lot.
Okay, yeah, I think it did. It did. Mr. Secretary General, at this point, are you able to speak? Maybe you can switch to audio so that your network is very shaky. Okay. Maviji, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I have something to add. I just want to say that the energy that this young executive have, it is really motivating. It is really selling the Ngi people out there. Some people were thinking that when you fall, you will never stand up. But when you fall and you think that you can raise yourself up, or you can get up and still continue to struggle with what you have at hand, is going to work. So this young executive has shown the Ngi people that we should forget about the past. Let us continue to run the race to build up Ngi.
Okay.
The energy they have brought into it. I also thank the technology, because years behind, we could not have this opportunity to do what we have done this year. For example, like in the powerhouse, first time people were just sending firewood in without knowing whether they are going straight to the kitchen. But this time, people just carry the firewood straight into the kitchen where the power is. So people have that confidence that my firewood will not remain out there. It will be in the kitchen where it's supposed to be. That aspect gave a lot of courage to others. And the achievement that I think the president will analyze it when time comes, that they have achieved, has also give confidence. So I'm taking this opportunity to beg those who are still out there that if something was keeping you behind, know that we are on a different level now. We are on a new page. We have to continue. We don't have to. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now let me Secretary General, are you back now?
Yeah, I think I should be okay now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So we've covered so much ground, But you wanted to say something. Can you just quickly before I go to the next question?
Oh yeah, you were asking like the difficulties I had to encounter as Secretary General.
Yes.
Yes. Back when you cover she were before time. Any tax that we're getting it, I'm relate to that thing. You always use your past experience. Machine Secretary General, me mga president Bonayan Student Union. I'm a member of secondary school. Machine mga pre-federal school. Machine mga Secretary General NCADAA, Yaoundé branch, which is a very big branch. Machine be mga president of youth CADA. So that experience could really help me because initially I wasn't in the game. Initially I wasn't in the game because I wasn't in Texas. So, but when Ohio had to send a representative, Ambachango, from there somebody dropped. I don't even know how what happened. Somebody just dropped and then they fit me
Okay.
in. So, but already I talked with the president. Hey, what are your vision? You know, the leader has a vision, and once you work with the leader, and those vision also align with what I'm also thinking about. So that is what motivated me. And then with the experience I've had, so I had to just do what the Secretary General could do. And also the teamwork. Remember, during pre-convention, I wasn't in, but my position wasn't lacking because someone had to come and do the
No,
job for me.
it was the financial secretary who took over. It's not someone. I think he did it. I saw him.
No, it was a social secretary, Mr. Promise.
Oh yeah, sorry, Mr. Promise. Itenjo. Good, good, good.
Yes.
Thank you.
So I think the synergy in which we all work in makes things lighter and easy for us to penetrate any circumstances we find ourselves.
Yeah, so like bong yungumunu umba watching when umba zangan nozane. And there is so much expectation because any diaspora that is organized, any diaspora that has the potential to look back home, that diaspora has the ability to change, to make a meaningful change in the life of their people. Like you sitting here, you are piloting a a very strong and dynamic branch of the diaspora that has the potential of making things different for the Ngi people. Now, Ngi people want to know, what are your plans for them? Is it just going to be same old, same old? Anybody can pick that question.
Let me go first. So, to then give people listening to us at this point, listen later, we met in DMV because we wanted to improve the standards of the health facilities that are in Gi. And we're able to raise something which we believe will go a long way to achieve that. We have put in place a committee in charge of health. Just prior to that convention, we had reached out to the different health centers in Gi to understand what their needs were, and we even sent somebody to actually physically go there and take videos, grant interviews, and we have all of that in place. We have supplied that information to the committee that is going to work, that is going to look through everything that was presented, and then start making arrangements to make sure that those needs are being supplied. So this is a very strong committee made up of people that are in the health in the health field here in the United States. So I believe with the collaboration from our own experts back at home, we will be able to achieve this. So I'm very confident, and I believe this executive, all of us, we have the same vision to make sure that this impact is felt as soon as possible. That is going to happen. I'm just pleading with the Ngi people listening to us that please, when time comes, when we reach out, when it's time for transportation or purchase or whatever, please, I ask for that collaboration so that we can make this happen. So I will just open it. Maybe my another executive member can add on what I already discussed.
Okay. We'll come to that. So, but let me ask something that has been a problem going forward. So many people in the United States are complaining that they are not informed of the activities of NCADAA. Sorry, I'm still old school. Um, they don't understand why they don't feel like they feel like some people are more Ngi than others. Those are some of the setbacks that we get from the population. What are you guys doing to make sure that there should be a platform? And if that platform exists, what is the methods you're going to use to make sure every single person is included into that platform so that the people can be informed of this activity of NCADAA USA?
I think I'll pick on that one, Mr. Omeka.
Yes.
Already right now, there's a general platform that they call Ongekum, the general platform we have in USA. So each branch, or each branch, we make sure we circulate the link for them to join. And I think each branch representative, in this instance, is like I in Ohio. I make sure I go to my Ohio meeting, make sure I add.
No, Mr. SG, are you just saying it, or is that what you guys are doing? Are you holding the branch president and those that you've assigned to actually do it? Because it's not working.
I think with Ohio, if you go to the Ohio meeting with 28 and all 28 members of the Ohio are in the general forum. So I don't know about the other meetings. I think I cannot talk for them because I don't know the attendance. In Ohio, I think it works. I added
Mr.
everybody
President,
in Ohio. So,
Mr. President, East Coast, is that what you've been doing?
Well, for the group, you said it's Ongekum. I know. Let me go straight to your question, because you said your question is, what are we doing to make sure that everyone is equal as a
No, we need to populate a forum where the people in the United States or the diaspora are able to understand what you're doing and be part of it. Because
Yes,
so many people think that they don't have the information, so they can act if they don't have.
yeah, I believe that for them to have the information about everything that is going on in Ngi and concerning the United States, first they have to belong to their various meetings, because there are different branches of Ngi meetings in the United States. So, and we've always tried to encourage all the Ngi citizens who have resided in the United States that they should try as much as possible to belong to at least one of the branches, because staying by themselves will not help me in any way, and we all need them to join this meeting so their voices can be heard. So I believe that joining a group meeting, like, because all the branches of the meeting now, they have representatives for this NCADAA. So, like, most often when there is something that has to be discussed, now we take them, we the representative, we take them to our different branches. So, but and I know we already agreed with the executive of NCADAA that after this convention, we are going to create a general forum that will include all the sons and daughters of Ngi who are living in the United States. So I believe that the first step is that they have to join a branch meeting.
Very important.
Mr. Jackson, just to add to it, he said we're going to include sons and daughters, including our wives. He forgot to mention that, including our wives.
Yes. Yes, yes. You know, akamapon you but nema you no bungia. So ngobushin nam go make sure go you must it's not no ngia. So Marveji, I mean, okay, let me hint back on what the East Coast president just said. What about Ngi children that are located in those isolated country states where they can't virtually or they can't physically belong to a meeting? Are you guys putting in some tools in place to attract those people, or probably working through villages to locate Ngi people? Because as I tell you, we have a lot of Ngi people in the United States, but I think we are not exploiting the resources, the human resources we have.
Can I say something on that, please?
Yes, take that.
Yeah, Makoniki, this executive among this is just the first year we are going to put that in place. But like the president of DMV said, we have to pass through the other meetings because we, like this executive, we cannot know every the people wherever they are. So as they are listening to us today, if you are somewhere, please try to locate yourself with anybody who has a meeting or who belongs to a state that is having a meeting. So we, the executive, cannot locate everybody, but everybody can locate us through other groups, through other people that they already know them. It is something that we are still going to work on it. It is not something that we have already done.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson, I just
Yes.
wanted to add to that. Like our meetings are open to take people from other states. Like for example, our meeting here in Houston, we have people from New Mexico. We have a member from Oregon, and I think other meetings should be open to take people from other states. You can join by proxy. It just depends on the policies of the meeting, but we are really flexible here in Texas to make sure that those that don't belong to any meeting, they can still join our meeting and they can follow our meetings online. The only thing they have to do is that though they are not physically present, they should be able to meet the commitments of the meeting. And it has been working for us, and I believe other meetings can do same. So no son or daughter should be able to complain that they don't have a meeting, because you can join meeting anywhere.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. So now, let me. I'm just playing some highlights of what happened in DC, so you guys can rewatch it. And for those who are not here, they can follow some of the ambience that is going on there. But now let's come back to. I know there are some persons that want to join us. I'm looking. They're asking me to join. Yes, I'll bring them. Caleb just asked. Maybe he wants to talk, but we'll get to them in a bit. So, if you look at the ambience in this hall, you see faces of people you've never seen. Um, why? What changed? What? Why? Why this sudden change? What happened that we are where we are? What happened? Anybody can answer.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson, I believe the people believe in the vision that we presented to them, and I think through our effort, through the executive effort, and the people that have been helping us to succeed in this executive, we're able to like present something that is convincing, and I think that is why they showed up. Why in DMV I was opportune to talk with a lot of people, meeting them for the very first time, and they were so encouraged with our presentation. It's like what you are selling, you know. If you are selling a market, it depends how you present your product. If you make it in a way that is so attractive, is also going to attract many people to come there. So I think we're presenting something that is different to the Ngi people, and they are really coming their numbers. Uh, and I just hope that we're going to sustain this momentum and even present things that are far better. Now we just finish a convention. The next thing that we'll be expecting is to get results. And once we're able to make sure that we achieve these results very successfully, I believe next year is going to be even far better than what the energy we're seeing now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anybody trying to add something to that? I see. I see. Is that money that is being counted over there like that?
That's Bonnie.
All right. So, anybody get anything for Adam? Adam,
Uh,
listen, please, Logan.
yes. Ma kono nyi kwi Araka Nombanga President Shiga. Bagre, a very strong team with a very strong vision. Bauma abide to it. And then we again Gabine. COVID also plays a big role and an advantage to us. Banana she chomona for a very long time. So Ben really socialize. And also banana number she chomene chodin wa Cameroon and the chodin wengie. So the only opportunity banana be get enjoying it among us at commune among the other people. So Makonuki, that is a very strong advantage. This executive will get it. The only thing about it, back in the moment, in the convention, you feel like you are in Gi. You should feel like you are in Andek. All what was being practiced in Andek, the CADA General in Andek, the 20 May, the 11 February, all those activities that could bring the people at Andek and the love that the people could feel. I think during our convention, we make sure our people have that. So I think it's out of our conventions are like you're enjoying the out of home.
So if you look on your screen here, you see Mamia Jonne, you see Madam Chenek, you see Mami Valentine from Ito and our Ebo Maviji. You know, what feelings do you get if you have a cream of our mothers singing and dancing and enjoying themselves? I don't know. You guys, you don't understand how much you give to Ringi people. How do you intend to make this better going forward? Maviji?
Yes, please. The way forward is we have to encourage all the meetings that people can come out in a group. For example, for the next convention, they should really get ready, prepared, so that when they come out to present something, it will be better than what we did on that day. We did not have the opportunity to really put it into practice, but I want to suggest that next time, like some people suggested, that we should add the days of our convention, or we should adjust the agenda so that we have time to experience this. A group of people can come and dance like the teenager group came. What not all the groups, all the meetings, they present a dance, they present a song, or a group of people present a song. I think that will make it more better than what it was on this first day.
Okay, let me ask this very important question, Abu Secretary General. Okay, Secretary General, Brother Zeng is an Bama Aka post convention. There is still a generation difference on the thought process. I am very happy that you guys are able to take the shock, but do you guys realize that you still have to find a way to strike an equilibrium between those who have just come to the United States or the younger generation and the older generation?
Yeah, President.
Mr. America.
Yeah, Mr. Maker, I think that is the first challenge we had, or we should have had, before even creating CADA from CADO. So they have already taken this into consideration. That is why, if you could see during the post-convention, Chamba Tangangwa were not arguing what they were saying, because most of us were not here. So that is the advantage we have. You know, when you are being told a story, you just have to listen to that story. And from that story, if you have a solution, okay, you execute. If you don't have a solution, you just do what you have to do. So, and the story began, but they are no longer in America. So they don't even belong to us. So Makoniki, as an executive, Chambai will dwell on what has passed. Because the president said, Pa Jekwa already apologized. Like, whatsoever happened, let bygones be bygones.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. President, So this development association is NCADAA USA. The people want to find out, they want to know from you today, what is the health of NCADAA USA vis-a-vis that of NCADAA NGI? How is the working of NCADAA USA and NCADAA NGI, which is the mother organization?
Okay, so at this point, I will say that we have a relationship. I'm not going to say fully cordial relationship. We have a relationship. We have distant barriers, but we have been in touch with the president of CADA National or CADA General in Cameroon. We've been able to present our vision, the things that we plan to do. We actually spoke to him about taking on the health facilities, trying to improve the health facilities in Guinea. And again, he's a medical doctor, and he's excited about the project, and he said he's open to help in whatever way that he can. So that is our channel of communication. We have not spoken with the entire executive of.
So your communication is on a project at the project level, but like the past NCADAA administration, or they've tried to structure NCADAA NGI so that it can be more functional, because that is the development body for the NGI people. So in your government, what are you guys doing to make sure NCADAA can get up and be working the same way you're already working in the United States?
Good question. I will add to what I already said, and then one of some other person in line can add. I think, in my opinion, that the CADA needs to stand up. CADA needed to omaga akono kwe cha CADA omaga enough numgaga bashi get a communication ni the president, but chamba zana activities ni kwe mobilize CADA Cameroon kwe CADA bomo aka so and so place. Okay, it get a specific projects nikwe CADA national oma plan e execute ngungia, and bachakwe mbama branch of CADA, and other branches are there, but it needs a coordination. So man the CADA national CADA national akwa toka CADA a Cameroon like a national executive mbanire tamatomga Banire structure that CADA, take advantage of the moment, Bagire CADA all over the place. So
are you ready to lead your team to do that?
Yes. With this question coming up, by Nirima Nabo, the CADA, and also bring asking difficult questions. So maybe at some point we also need to bring like the CADA executive, the national CADA executive to Cameroon in Cameroon. Which of course all of us are part of that group, and ask them difficult questions. So people need to ask CADA difficult questions. What are you guys doing? It doesn't. They cannot just wait only for a branch, for example, like our branch to stand up and do something. There are other branches that are doing nothing because there is no coordination. There is the issue of the Ngiros project. I spoke to a lot of people, and everybody is telling me this should be managed by CADA. CADA has the potential to coordinate all the different branches to come together and execute something like that. But it's like CADA is nowhere to be found.
Okay,
and the people needs to stand up. And
so we're going to leave that point, but on the note that why you guys, why you are doing so good here, may you use this this political strength that you have to make sure CADA in the village in the Ngi is doing better too. But let's move now because we're almost getting to the end.
Just add something to it.
Yes.
I think I've been the president for youth for CADA.
Okay.
And if you check the CADA constitution, it's stated there that during general assemblies, a branch like us, we have to send in, I think it's 25,000. And each village affiliated, each development association found in Guinea, like in Itu, we have 4. That's why I don't want to use each village. In Itu, we have 4 development associations. Tinako, Bonanya, Baite, and Bonatin. They have to, during General Assembly, they have to bring in 25,000 francs.
Secretary General,
Yes.
No, I think CADA cannot uh, 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 rewrite the boundaries on the if if there's a village that is represented, they should come a village. I don't want to go into that right now because naming fall from is just going to create a situation that is not
No, I'm
favorable.
talking about the constitution, not what you may be thinking. I'm talking the truth, the facts in the constitution. That's the fact. I've done it. I was there. They brought them. So what I want to say is we are just also a branch. And if something comes up, we are obliged to send it. And also in Canada, they have 3 presidents. General president. Everybody just the general president. I think we have the first vice president. I think that should be Mr. Ajay. He was one time the prince. I don't know what he does now, but he was the principal Ajay. We have Mr. Ebagwa. So those 3 presidents, they are the ones to convocate a general assembly. But for some time now, they have not done it. So I think anytime either of them, though it's supposed to be done by the general president, will convocate a general assembly, I don't think it's going to counteract.
So SG, so let's put it aside. The cry is that with the energy you guys have, you need to make them wake up and do something. But let's move. So we are having what's the way forward from NCADAA USA? Where are we now? Where are we going from here? You need to, because people need to start preparing their minds. President, you can take that.
Yes, so I think NCADAA USA is on a good footing. Like I mentioned earlier, we learned from the challenges of the past, and we've been able to set this current NCADAA for success because we have closed all the loopholes that could have caused the past situation to arise. So NCADAA possibly will only move forward. Our hope is that there's election next year, people will choose wisely.
Where?
And yes, there's election next year.
Where?
In Houston, Texas, where we'll be having the CADA convention next year.
Oh, next convention is in Houston.
Yes, next convention is in Houston.
Okay.
And people will choose wisely to be able to bring people in that will sustain this energy that we'll put in place, because again, leadership matters. And the strength, or let me say this, the way a car drives depends on those that are controlling the steering. So that is our hope, that Ngi people be able to pay attention to this. And I know there are a lot of good Ngi people out there that wants to see CADA succeed, and we will be able to make sure that that kind of spirit come into any new executive that is being put in place, so that we can continue to take Ngi forward. So I will tell you, our unity is strong, and at this point, I will say Ngi people are in a high spirit. I cannot really see anything that can take Ngi CADA USA behind at this point, except something happened. Like I said, election matters, and each executive that comes with their own vision, comes with their own energy, and it's something that I cannot really predict as of now what will happen.
Yeah, my Virgin, go get me around.
Yes, I'm a cabin or ya cabo new. Njizana bia grege qui this nkado we nangima buna no ombuni. I'm a cabin oyaka abu Mr. John Ajekwa, who was present as one of the all executive member or one of the presidents. Were really were ina qui adukunyung, because I remember he said, let the young children who are coming, or let the young people be put in place. We should not only think that only those who have been leading can lead. We should try other set of people. And again, but the young people. Umbomba nambasi shi bomwambia si lead. Ba frishi chumuni bon huma kanga. Baba zakumba kabe gambage kwi inde ba ko ba shika ba gene o ami dwi bon. Aki tema kwi abama wo na wasi yimendo. Ufini gra yimi ba wa condemn the Cameroon regime ba giri ni bu mungna nom owu so ama no fem ojige ana no chunga ba mungni aka jizana Mr. John Ajekwagan and then mama kabega nom oka no Mr. Garaga ki Mr. Jonosi apologize we should forget but we should remember that we should not go back to what we have forgotten. That is I mean to say, what I mean to say is ares yesi chige amanya yedi kimba go ba wing wapi kabwam uniga amba nguga ba minga kimba we nyaba ba we forget that is wrong.
Okay, I'm on as 10 so go ahead now between your don't go back to it. There's a question here about Mr. Ajega Charles Obirikwi Okwi, great vision fungi. Keep up the amazing work. Fundraising, very good. Who are the beneficiaries and what amount? That's a question from Cameroon from Mr. Ajega Charles.
Mr. President Mazo.
Yes, President Mazo.
Yeah, sorry, Maza. So I respond. Man, I kaka that question. The beneficiaries. I'm a bomboma chumungungia. And okabu number race. Oyinwebo health centers mumungia. Bashi count health centers. I think about 9. And Bashi actually chaba physically interview bomboma fawu and also 9 ni ba bilmo. So mba akakina mba get an understanding of what they need. Mr. Jackson, Gwama Convention, and that Wama part of that, even that committee, Nikumba create, Nikumi make sure we those health Okamba raise only meet the needs of those health centers. So I just respondable one no be that question but she form a committee and that committee she umba currently in the needs Niku those health centers presented and by make sure we as soon as possible, not too long, as soon as possible, by make sure we provide those needs. Yeah, the amount. The amount it depend on the needs. I'm asking the committee she evaluate what they presented, and then she's gonna call, okay, this is what we can offer. So in a specific amount, I'm trying to in the place of doing that. I'm gonna get a committee in place. Nico Amani into the current needs that the Nikumba present, and it just a guy a rabo bomumongia yes so cap and money is going to be spent on those health centers through equipment, not physical cash. Omugachamba kwezongwa kwi on mukabe jack so kabuna help those health centers provide equipment, if possible medication wherever directly. Na physical cash tomorrow that will disappear and will defeat the purpose for which we made the convention.
Thank you. I believe Mr. Charles, we have requested more elaborate answer. Yeah, so by almost 1 hour, this program was previewed for 1 hour, and if need be, we'll call you. We'll be doing this again. But we just want to make it short. It's a busy country, and we'll be coming up with other versions. Everybody listening. But before I give you guys the last word, I just want to tell the Ngi people that the Ngi people in the United States, they are up now, they're strong, and they're thinking of how they can help back home. Especially, we have a lot of challenges back home. And again, activities will only depend upon the relationship we have with the government and the powers that be in Ngi, and then with our developmental structures that we have. So this is very important. So but then I just want everyone to know that every week we're going to be having shows about Ngi and the things that are happening in Ngi. So let me start with Mr. Barrister Agari for your closing remark.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I wish next time, if the opportunity is being given, we'll always come to represent our people. I want to reassure every Ngi child that there is hope. There is hope. just make sure you're doing what you're doing the right thing, you are at the right place at the right time, and we continue to thank God, and we pray for better things in Gi, and for anybody or the authorities being in Gi, working for the Gi people. I want to say kudos. You guys are doing a great job for our people and for our youth. Dream hard and dream, dream, dream. Thank you.
Thank you. Maveji, my presumption here.
Yeah, I'm a kapain o ya kaunon enige. Ako mga wage queen baz anna. Kambal anna rai. Dia jo bizwerem. Oh, man o ya kaunon abu nye kumunga wage queen baz anna rai. Abu bonj. Uzo agaz ngamba ma kono queen ba nguge kinji ngamba ma kapai were bonje wu. Ni wo ngumungo nice nguma taking. I'm a bucky bazam ba ngamba bono jum. Over 15 says Anna was annual wine. The mother much my wine, Chamamba, Picate, Jigan, Bamaka, Abu Bonja. So I'm a Buboki, Umbunum, Bamabuisak, Bamuambang, says on Uni when by me taking and Bamaka Jigan, you, I work at a manager.
Go on, not Zoom or Kokong.
One.
All right, Mr. President.
Okay, man, Oyaka, Mr. Jackson, this opportunity, my part of this podcast. It just a kebegabo bonjum mazongo akakine kumi miazora this video later. Kwe ombakisa mbaya kono mbaya rele kono da shina bonjuma kung umbamba shi choma wungia and mbacha some of the difficulties. So chamba ma indifferent some of the challenges were true. This time around, but also pay attention to other projects. Nico Oma Gaina Oma Tena Kwe Abazanga Yanira have Abazanga Yanira have and Bazo Elia Quimba getting an our convention. So by Tima Plana Kungwa next project, again by continuing Mazwara Bobonja Kwe, ama which direction Nico Oma Kabakwe Bangwa and my try my best as much as possible. A pick Mazano Kuma very important and as well impactful. But again, just say Arikakwe in Naira in it Banira collaboration from everybody, Banira collaboration of Bobamumat and Banira collaboration from the mayor, collaboration from the DO, collaboration from the chiefs, and I have Obwakwe Bonja and by a rally if together as one Omega at the end of the day. In Giaminjashin and among responsibility, share every effort is an equal whatever project Nico Omangungia will succeed. Again, a man oya cambra continue occasion waka charangwe and then by continue ima the best is an equimba soporongan ake injizuna nyoko ona energy again man oyaka.
All right, Bayamun New Year, but just to put Abigail Bonjimuma, those who are watching right now. This is just the first episode of what we're going to be doing. Going forward, we need to keep the people informed of what is going on, and both at the developmental and at political and otherwise. So this is just the first episode. We're going to be doing this, and I will urge the executive of NCADAA USA that if you feel the urge to put information out there, we are at your service at this studio. We are going to help and put that information out for you. So if you feel free, you can come back next time and we'll do this and we'll do it. Probably you can bring 6 people. That will be good. So, Mr. President and your executive, thank you. Until next time.
Thank you.
I'm